Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Clark, and welcome to Cavalier Football Weekly. We're talking with Cavalier head coach Ted Karras. And Ted, 2 games, lots of points, a tough opener loss. Let's go to Northwood. Boy, great performance, 25-14 win. A lot of positives coming out of Saturday's win at home.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the guys have worked hard. They came in with a great resolve after our home opener loss, and they really went to work, and they had a certain determination that I saw in their eyes all week of practice to get a big W in the GLIAC.
You come out, you score early. Paul Kemp, 2 weeks, he keeps breaking records. Attempts and passes week 1. The first Cavalier quarterback to throw for 300 yards, 309 on Saturday. Another really good performance.
Yes, indeed. Paul did a great job again. First 2 weeks, he's thrown for a lot of yards. We broke records, and I've been talking to our team about, being open to the realm of all possibilities. And we have, in the first 2 weeks, broke 5 school records, faked the first punt, big win over a GLIAC North team. So the guys are buying in. I love the enthusiasm, how our chemistry is coming together, and they're making the plays on Saturday afternoons.
And the receivers know when you're throwing 40, 50 passes, they will see the football. 8 different guys again caught passes on Saturday.
No, he's doing a good job finding the open receivers, and when the receivers are getting the ball thrown to them, more often than not, they're catching them and making the big plays.
With the freshman Brody Ton, 1 shy of a school record, catching 9 passes. Doesn't look like a freshman to me.
No, Brody's coming in, stepped in well. He's one of our players of the game. Gerald Robinson with some spectacular catches on Saturday and a big touchdown catch. Krishan Hogan stepped in for the injured Anthony Schrock and caught a touchdown. So that's a credit to our coaches and our players. Our coaches had multiple guys ready to play. When unfortunate things happen, guys have to step up, and I'm very proud of the way that our team stepped up.
You can see why Robinson was at Michigan.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he looks like a D1 receiver out there, and he's going up and catching the ball. And you know what else I'm really proud of him about is he's starting to emerge as a leader on this team, as an older guy who has completed his undergraduate degree at Michigan to come here and help us build this thing. I'm really proud of him.
3 guys in the running game over 50 yards, and they were big Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. Justin Keith ran the ball well. Steve Smith was one of our players of the game, as well as Justin. Aaron Mayo comes in and gives us a whole different look. The 2 other guys are pretty big bruising pounders, and then you got Aaron come in with his fleet of foot outside runs, and really it was a nice change of pace.
And not to get lost, the work of the offensive line, giving Paul Kemp time to find these guys throwing the football.
I think they're really gelling. I tell you what, our pass protection has been pretty darn good. Our run blocking has been okay. It still has to improve a little bit. 2 players of the game from this past week were Pete Walsh and Kevin Pask, who graded out the highest and had about 5, 6 knockdowns each.
Folks love offense. Let's turn to defense. 5 picks, shut them down pretty much on Saturday. In fact, the 5 picks were a record.
That's the Walsh defense I was waiting to see. We didn't really see in week 1. Now we saw. We have to bring pressure. We have to play some man. 5 spectacular interceptions, really going up and getting the ball, then running afterwards. Pierre Raymond with 2. He was a player of the game. Jamaris Brown had 1. C.J. Chapman had a heck of a game, not only on defense but on special teams. And that changes the complexion of a game. 5 turnovers, I believe also is a school record, so another record falls there. So I'm really proud of our defense and the way they played. And if they continue to do this, we're going to win a lot of ball games.
Folks call them gadget plays, and I call them plays that work that are unexpected. And we've had some of those first 2 games. Boy, that's there at the time where the fake punt was a huge part of the ball game. They've been great and big in 2 weeks.
Absolutely, and I know in the past, Walsh hasn't faked punts, but we've been working on that since August, and Trent Toy executed it beautifully. It's called Jordan. It's a jump pass. It's a fake up the middle. He has 2 receivers which to hit. Our other one, Griggs, was open, but so was Farkas. He made a heck of a catch, turned around. They both got the special teams players of the game for that. I wish we would have had some points out of that fake punt, but that is what it is, and I'm glad we did it, and maybe we won't get rushed as hard the rest of the season. We'll see. Has
Corey lobbied for some wide receiver or tight end time after catching that pass?
He can do it all, I think.
Michigan Tech this week, they won their season opener, scored points against Tiffin. Boy, very balanced, lots of yards on the ground, lots of yards in the air. They'll be a good opponent up there on Saturday.
Very formidable opponent. They made us, their homecoming opponent. So, we're going into a hostile environment. I'm sure I've never really been up there, but I've heard stories about it. Very seasoned team, physical offensive line, quarterback that's smart, makes plays. They do a lot of boot stuff. They run the ball effectively, play tough defense. We're going to have to play our best football up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Is the week lighter knowing we're traveling Thursday? It's about a 12-hour drive. We'll split that going up, but do you tone things down during the week?
We're going to go hard at it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but you're not going to have a Friday practice because we're going to be staying in St. Ignace after 7.5 hours on Thursday. Get up in the morning, go another 4.5 closer to Houghton. We're not staying in Houghton, and we have to do the walkthroughs at the hotel, and I want our guys energized and rested for our Saturday afternoon contest.
The only real downer 2 weeks, the loss of Anthony Schrock. First play from scrimmage, he goes down, he's lost for the year.
I told the team it was really a surreal way to start. I think they lost their middle linebacker too, so we had 2 injuries on the first play of the game. It was unfortunate. Anthony's a great ball player, great leader for our team. It looks like right now we're going to medically redshirt him and would have him for two more years. We'll see how that all goes, but it was an unfortunate loss. But again, you know, that's the game of football. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it doesn't go the way you want it to go, but other guys stepped up and performed.
Thanks, Ted. Good luck this week.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Cavs football Saturday. You can catch the game live on 95.9 The Light WNPQ. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. I'm Jim Clark for Ted Karras. We'll talk to you next week.